May Allah's peace and blessing be upon all of you, wherever you're watching from. I am here in 56th and Fowler. As you guys can see, the place is completely packed. There's a huge protest going on down here against the Israeli occupation of Palestine. There is also a protest going on in New York. Yesterday, all across New York, and today they have protests going on in Miami also. And as you guys can see, the place is pretty packed. And thanks to Allah, people are finally slowly waking up and realizing who the big troublemaker is, who's the one who's in whose land, killing, murdering, and slaughtering innocent women and children all across Palestine. Palestinian flags all across, free Palestine. This is just awesome.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Alaikum assalam.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Alaikum assalam.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Alaikum assalam.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out. Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
One more time. Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
We're going to have a number of speakers here. First, we're going to start with our allies. We're going to have Imam Abdullah, who is the new Executive Director of Council on American Islamic Relations here in Florida. He's going to start us off with dua.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I begin in the name of the one in whose name Muslims have never given up. I begin in the name of Allah, because of whose name Palestinians have never given up.
Amen.
I begin in the name of the one in whose control is the heaven and earth, because of whom our allies, Christians, Jews, people of faith, people of no faith, friends and allies, we're all here, and we haven't given up. And we want the world to know, as we are here in Tampa, there are hundreds and thousands across this nation that are not ready to give up. Things are looking different today. But before I begin, I want you all to remember the thousands and thousands that have died to get us here today. We didn't get here overnight. The Muslim community, the Palestinians, we didn't get here overnight. We ask Allah for the highest Jannah for all of them. Ameen.
Amen.
We ask Allah to enable us, to give us the strength and perseverance to stay steadfast with istiqamah on the same path. Ameen.
Amen.
We ask Allah to never let our heart waver for a second in the pursuit of justice. Ameen.
Amen.
Brothers and sisters, we're here today as Muslims, as Christians, as Jews, of people of faith and people of no faith, of allies and friends. And we have one thing in common, and I want you to say it with me. We have one thing in common. We want to see one thing, and that is free, free Palestine!
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 And yes, some people will say this is anti-Semitic because they have no other excuse to hide behind genocide. They have no other excuse to hide behind apartheid right now. You know, there are political problems in the world that are very difficult. There are problems in the world that have no solution. There are problems in the world that are very difficult to solve. Palestine has never been a difficult problem to solve. The children that we have with us right now, the young children, they know what the solution is. They know what the solution is. It is to give the Palestinian people free governance of themselves, the pursuit of liberty, freedom, and justice for themselves. So when our children can see it, I want you to listen now, when our children can see it, but yet our government has not seen it for decades and decades. When our children can see it, but yet our politicians who we have elected cannot see it. And they make it seem like Palestine is a problem that has no solution. Well, that means you never wanted a solution to begin with. You never wanted a solution to begin with. Why are we here today? We are here today because America, as a nation, we still resemble our past. We still resemble our past because we still are a nation that preaches to the world what it won't practice and implement itself. Because we are still a nation that subjugates people of color. A nation that subjugates people of color within its border, at its borders, and it exports American imperialism to subjugate, dehumanize, and kill innocent civilians across the world. We still are a nation that defines democracy the way we like it, the way it serves our purpose, the way it helps export American imperialism. But we say no more.
Yeah.
We say no more.
Yeah.
We say no more.
Yeah.
Things are looking different today. Palestine is no longer a fringe political issue. Palestine is no longer a matter to be sidelined. Across the world, millions and billions are crying out for free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Different today. We want our elected. No, you no longer have to side with an oppressive regime to win an election anymore. We want you to know that you no longer have to side with the killing of innocent children of an apartheid state with a self-proclaimed Jewish Zionist state to win an election anymore.
Amen.
You can be decent. You can stand up for human decency, and you can still win an election in this country. We want to say to our politicians and government officials, you no longer have to side with a Zionist state in order to win an election. You can be decent. Beloved, the struggle for justice is connected. Whether it's the oppression of black bodies here because of the policies that we have within this nation, or whether the policies that we export beyond this nation, it's about subjugating minorities, killing innocent bodies, or whether it's something closer, where we have the Israeli IDF training our local police department. In the same way they murder, dehumanize, denigrate
This is the fact, man.
Palestinian bodies, the same way they murder, dehumanize, denigrate black bodies in America. So if you think that these are separate issues, no, we're all connected. It's one and the same. It's one and the same.
It's actually the same thing. I've been telling you guys that.
The struggle for justice here at home, what's happening in Palestine is linked in many ways. Every bullet that has taken a Palestinian life has America on it. Every bomb that has dropped and taken life has America on it. And we say no more. No more.
No more.
Things are looking different today. I said things are looking different today. No. Things are looking different today, but they will be different tomorrow. They will be different tomorrow. They will be different tomorrow. We ask Allah to give us steadfastness, istiqamah, and perseverance. It doesn't end with today. As I said, it doesn't end with today. We want the world to know this is just the beginning. We will not let the media silence us. We will not let our politicians silence us. We will hold Palestine up high as we say, free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Jazakumullah khairan, barakallah feek, Imam. Next. Free, free Gaza!
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Gaza!
Free, free Gaza.
Free, free Gaza!
Free, free Gaza.
With us we have Pastor Andy Oliver from the Methodist Church. He comes to us from